What's up, guys? It's Quick Sample here. Today we are playing some of the old game which we all know as probably one of the worst in the series of Call of Duty games, which is Call of Duty World at War. So for those of you who are thinking, what the hell is this game that you're playing and you've never seen it before, well, this is I call it Call of Duty 5 because it's the one just after Call of Duty 4 and just before Modern Warfare 2. And if you haven't already played this game, then it's definitely something you should go try out, because it's pretty good. So I'm going to tell you my class setup. I'm using the Guerre with the aperture sight, which is pretty much just a red dot sight, or it's pretty much just a red dot sight, except it doesn't have a red dot in the middle. So yeah, I think my perks are Bandolier, Stopping Power, and Deep Impact. Which Bandolier is pretty much Scavenger. Except you don't pick up satchels, you just start off with 180 ammo and that's it. Stopping Power is Stopping Power, it increases your bullet damage, as you probably all know because it's just an average thing for Call of Duty. And Deeper Impact is pretty much just like having FMJ, except in this game it's a perk, not an attachment, so you can't have steady aim or ninja and Deep Impact. So I'm using the Guerre, as I've already said, and this game was pretty much it pretty much relied on, if you were using, say, a Guerre or something, it pretty much relied on a good trigger finger, because as you see, I do have a good trigger finger, and no, I don't use a modded controller when I'm recorded and playing. I have a pretty good trigger finger. So you see, the kill streaks are all set in this game to UAV, artillery, and dogs. And dogs are brilliant. You know, they don't really do too much in this game, but you get on, say, a ground war game, and you get dogs. You can just molest the enemy team with those things. I think I spawned a few games before this. I spawned, and a dog literally jumped in my face as I spawned. You know, it was there. It's hard to kill them because you can shoot them and you get +3, it's like an assist. But the knife is a complete fail on this game, you know, unless you are right behind a guy or you know exactly where he is, it's a complete fail. So that's probably why you don't see people like Only Use Me Blade playing this game, because it just doesn't work. As you'll see, you can't have shotguns, or you can't have the AA-12 or the M93 Rafika as your secondary. You can only have a pistol, and I'm using the Walther because I just think it is the best pistol out of them all, except for the Magnum, which I haven't unlocked. So you know, I'm just going to be using the Walther. The Guerre is probably my favourite of all the I think they call them rifles. I don't know what they call. I think they call them rifles. I'm sure they do. I think it is, but yeah, they call them rifles. And the Guerre 43 is probably one of the most accurate of the. Actually, no, it is the most accurate of all the rifles, and it also has some pretty good damage. Not as good as the M1 carbine, but that is only a semi-automatic. Well, they're all like semi-automatic, but you can't really trigger finger with that gun. So yeah, the SVT-40 is just like a Russian version of it, but as you can probably tell, it's Russian. It has more damage, but the accuracy isn't as good, and I just don't think it feels as nice as the Guerre. So I have unlocked the STG-44, but I just think it's a bit scrubby or whatever. I don't know. It just seems too easy to use, and it's just like a fully automatic version of, like, say, the Guerre or the M1. So yeah. My secondary is the Walther P38, which is it's a German high-powered a German semi-automatic pistol, which you probably all know this, but just want to give you some insight into the game that I'm playing. So I'm playing Team Deathmatch, which is pretty much my favorite game mode for playing on this game, and well, yeah. So I'm just picking off a lot of kills at the moment, but I'd like to talk a bit more about the perks, because the perks that I'm using are pretty particular to what game mode I'm playing. So if I was playing, say, a domination game or a team deathmatch game, then Bandolier is pretty much the perk that you need. But if you're playing, say, a Search and Destroy or something like that, Then Bomb Squad is probably the best perk to use because it seeks out bouncing bitches. I mean Betties, because that's they're a real bitch. That's why I call them the bouncing bitch. But they can really take you out really quickly because it's like you don't get a chance to run away from them. You can't like, they're really hard to spot if you don't have the thing because you only see the top of the actual device, so it's quite hard. And the rest are pretty crappy. The flamethrower you get at level 65, which I think is just a waste of a perk. The 2 primary grenades can come in handy for search and destroy on small maps, where you can just grenade spam and get a couple of kills at the beginning of the game. So I'm using the frag, and I think I'm using the turban gas, which is pretty much just a flashbang. It disorientates you for a little while if you hit some of it. So another perk, I used to play hardcore a lot, so I used to use sleight of hand quite a lot, which is a red perk, which is like it takes over your stopping power. But when you're playing core, stopping power is pretty much the main perk that you want to be using, so that's pretty much what I use all the time. But there are perks such as fireworks, which is pretty much obviously it makes your explosives bigger, and gas mask protects you from turban gases. It's just like, I just think it's a complete useless perk. But anyway, and my last perk is deeper impact, just for deeper bullet penetration for them wall bangs and whatnot. So I hope you all really enjoyed this commentary. I hope it gave you an insight into this game, and if you are really looking to wanting more of these gameplays, then please tell me. My final score was 25 in 5 with 1 assist. I've been Quick Sample. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and please go check out Mr. Sinclair's channel. Peace.